Charles Duhigg's book The Power of Habit is a thorough look at the science of habits and how they affect our lives. The book is split into 3 parts: the habits of individuals, the habits of successful organizations, and the habits of societies. In the first part of the book, Duhigg talks about the habit loop, which is a 3-step process that every habit is built on. The loop starts with a cue, which causes a routine or behavior, which is then followed by a prize. For example, a person may get a cue in the form of a smell or sound, which starts a routine of smoking a cigarette and gives them a feeling of relaxation. Duhigg says that if we understand the habit loop, we can figure out our habits' cues and benefits and use that information to make new, good habits. Duhigg also talks about how willpower plays a part in making and breaking habits. He says that motivation is limited and can be built up through practice. By learning self-control and making small, good habits, we can build up our willpower over time and make bigger, more important changes in our lives. In the second part of the book, Duhigg talks about how companies can use habits to make themselves more successful. He talks about how companies like Alcoa, Starbucks, and Target have used habits to make their businesses run better and make more money. Duhigg says that routines, incentives, and building a strong company culture are all ways that successful companies create habits. He also talks about how important it is to find keystone habits, which are small habits that can have a big effect on the success of a company. For example, a keystone habit like encouraging employees to take regular breaks and exercise can boost productivity, creativity, and overall job happiness. Duhigg looks at how habits change societies in the last part of the book. He talks about how social rules and habits can be used to make changes in politics and society. For example, Duhigg looks at the role of nonviolent protest in the civil rights movement and how the habits of nonviolence help to build a strong force for change. Overall, The Power of Habit is a smart and interesting book with useful tips for anyone who wants to change their habits or do better at what they do. Duhigg's writing is interesting and easy to understand, and he gives a lot of examples and stories to show what he means. The book looks at the role of habits in our lives from a different angle and gives readers tips they can use to reach their goals. We can make lasting changes in our personal and business lives if we understand how habits work and use that knowledge to create good routines and behaviors.